give a special NailHoliday shout out to Exotica's Empire, Tracy's Nail World, Boo Creamy, and Kathy Wellman for being the first four to comment on my last video. Thank you so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So I'm back with the 5th day of our 25 days of Christmas nail sets, and for today we are back with the girls night out tips from a cart, and we're going to move over to the blue tip. So this is like a light blue, kind of like a teal shade, really cute, and I'm going to show how I normally prep myself for peel off sets. So I'm using my Nail Addict peel off base coat, and I basically just put a nice layer of this over all of my nails and give that a 30-second cure, and then I'm ready to apply whatever I would like at that point. And then when I'm done with the nail set, it actually comes off very well. So again, I'm just applying that over each one of my nails, and then I'm going to give it a 30-second cure. So typically I would etch the inside of my nail tip if I were keeping these on, but because I'm not, I'm just going in with my Savulon 6-in-1 nail glue, and I am going to be applying these using my MelodySusie rechargeable nail lamp, and I'm just like doing a flash cure. So about 10 seconds, I hold my finger under just to kind of flash cure it on, and then once I get them all applied, I do a full 30-second cure in my bigger lamp. Now, I was using this MelodySusie lamp all day, this particular day that I did these 7 sets that I'm showing this week, and it was so hard, like it was so awkward. I have to get used to using it, but it did the job. I mean, I had bubbles and stuff, so ignore that. You want to make sure when you are curing on your Gel X nails that you don't have bubbles, because it will cause lifting. But again, this was just such an awkward positioning. I couldn't get it down packed, but it did the job. It cured them on for the most part for this particular, quick set that I'm trying to show today. But you do want to make sure you're watching that gel go from cuticle to free edge, and that you're curing it with no bubbles or anything in it, so that you do have long-lasting nails. Also, when you're doing the Gel X method, because that's what method I'm doing today, you want to make sure you're fully prepping your nail before even applying the nail tip. So you want to push back your cuticles, use a e-file or hand file to just kind of rough up the surface of your natural nail, as well as remove any dead skin from around the cuticle. And then you apply a dehydrator and a primer of your choice, and then you'd be able to go in with the Gel X application. I personally love Gel X nails. When I do them, typically they are very long lasting. I don't get any kind of lifting, and it's just a really quick, nice way to get nails. I like these tips in particular because they are my typical long coffin that I like. I like XXL nails, but like on times when I want something long but not too long, these are like the perfect length for me as well. So I do gravitate towards these. But what really got me was just the different colors that it came with, because you can create so many different designs over this nail, or you can just leave it as is with the little jelly look, because that's also very cute as well. So for this pinky, I could not get the positioning of this lamp right to ensure that it does like flash cure it on. Again, I just have to like practice with this and kind of get myself together because I definitely struggled with the pinky, but nonetheless I did get it on and get it cured. So we can jump into this nail set today. So once they're on, I typically go in with my mandrel and a fine grit sanding band around the cuticle area of my Gel X nails just to make it more crisp to the actual cuticle area and remove any spillage that might have been there. So for this one, I had quite a bit of spillage just because, again, it was very awkward using that lamp, and so stuff was spilling out that I couldn't see before curing. But this mandrel and sanding bit definitely did the job and got everything up. Now, if you're using an e-file, you do want to be careful when you're doing this part. You don't want to stay in one spot for too long because you'll cause friction and heat and cause yourself to be burnt. I've done it before in the past. I've not done it in a while, but you do want to be very, very careful. Also, when I'm using my e-file here, I'm going at about 4 RPMs. So you don't really need it really super high to do the job. It can definitely take care of what needs to be done with just 4 RPMs. It doesn't have to be really high. As you see, I was like kind of pulling up some of the gel that cured and like spilled outside of the nail tip, and it just filed off very, very perfectly. If you guys were wondering, the nail drill that I use is my McCart nail drill I got quite some years ago. I mean, this nail drill works amazing, and I've not had to charge it much. Like, I've had this nail drill, I want to say about 3 years, and in the 3-year time frame, I might have charged this about 3 times. And I do use it all the time on myself, and I definitely use it on clients, so it gets a lot of use out of it. And again, it just holds very well as far as like once you charge it, it's very, very like it holds that life for a while. So again, about 3 times, no lie, I've charged this drill, and it was a point where I was using it pretty much every day. So very good drill. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but if I can find it, I'll link it down below. I know McCart has made some changes, so I'm not sure if they even have this nail drill anymore, but I must say this was a very nice nail drill because I've had it for years, and it doesn't feel like it's giving out. It doesn't feel like anything's going wrong with it. It's just a really nice, sturdy nail drill. So if you're someone that uses e-files, that's really important when doing nails too, to make sure you get an e-file that is lives up to the job and is very sturdy and can do the job and get everything done right. So I am just continuing to go ahead and just file off everything around the cuticle, and then we'll move on to the next step. Then I'm taking my pan at 80/80 hand file and just taking that tab off the tip of the nails. Typically when I'm doing peel-offs, I like to do this before I apply my gel X nails because I don't want them to come off during filing, but it was fine. And then after that step, I typically always go in and buff off the shine off the nail, but it's just a peel-off set. So now you see me going in with a layer of top coat over all of these nails because the design I'm going to do today is where, you know, like a 3D where I do the pour over with acrylic on all of the nails, but I did want the base of the nail to be shiny. So as I was stating in my previous video, when you're doing that type of design, however you want the bottom to be finished, so matte or glossy, you want to make sure you're doing that before you go in with the design. That way you don't have to try to go in and either top coat in between everything or just say forget it and leave it as is. Make sure you're top coating the actual nail whatever you want it to be. So again, I want it glossy, so I'm putting on a glossy top coat and then I'm going to give it a 30-second cure. So for the first design, I'm doing a candy cane design. So I'm saying candy cane because this is what I see. So I'm taking Perfect White from Glam and I'm doing a thin line and then a thicker line and then a thin line and then a thicker line all the way down this nail until I do have it filled up with my lines. I hope that you all are having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And thank you so much to anyone that has been tuned into my Christmas sets. I did this last year. I thought I missed some days, and then I went back and looked, and I actually did all 25 days. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. So I'm pretty proud of myself because I could have sworn I missed some days, but I actually did it, and I feel like I'm going to do pretty good this year, although I didn't get a head start because I already have so many already ready. So we'll see how that goes, but thank you for always tuning in if you do. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and I do thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means everything to me. If you're watching and you're liking the content, please don't forget to place a like on the video before leaving. And if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would join the family. It would just make me even more happy. If you've been subscribed to my channel, then I love you so much. And I just appreciate your continued love and support. So once I got that set, I left it wet, and I'm going to use this glitter I got from Walmart, and I'm just going to pour it over. So like how you typically do the acrylic, you can also use different glitters because I've done this plenty of times, and I actually do like how it looks with glitter. It just gives it a bit of a pop, but I'm going ahead and just sprinkling that over the nail, making sure to cover all of the white gel polish, and then I'm going to give that a 30-second cure in my lamp. So for the next nail, I am doing, again, some snowflakes. I told y'all I was going to kill y'all with the snowflakes, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm just creating very simple, beginner-friendly designs that anyone can do in the comfort of their own home. And if you love Christmas nails, hey, this is going to be a go-to. So I'm doing this typical starburst on the nail first. And then for this, it's going to be the same. So I can't cure it before anything. I like to be particular, and these make me so nervous that I want to cure it, but I couldn't. And when I first did this, this is my second time doing this. The first time I did put it in the lamp to cure, but I caught it so quick. I took it out and wiped it off and did it again because it was already curing. But I'm taking Perfect White and my dotting tool now and just going around the points of the star, or excuse me, the snowflake. And then I'm also going to take my McCart nail art brush in a size 3 and make some of those little like pieces out of it. I don't even know what you want to call them, but these little pieces here, I'm going to try to do that on the longer ones. So this design is small and kind of compact, so it's really hard to kind of get these lines in there, but I definitely did my best to get them in where I could on these snowflake, and I kind of just opted to go with the longer pieces because it just seemed a bit easier to do so. But with nail art, you just want to have a steady hand. Your pinky is pretty much the steadiness for you. Like if you have that pinky propped on something, like you see how it's propped on my finger there, I don't know what it is, but it does make it so much better to maneuver your nail art brush and make your strokes how you want if you have a steady pinky, and that just always helps me out quite a bit. So I did it like snowflake by snowflake, so I'm gonna do another one, but in the meantime I did go ahead and pour over my glitter and cure that so that stays into place. And then I'm coming back in and doing the exact same thing with the exact same type of snowflake. So this snowflake is a little different from the last just because it has the added dots on the end, and then there's a few of those little pieces coming out of each of the longer pieces. So it's a little different. I switched it up a bit, and then also to switch it up, that glitter going over top makes it even better as well. So I'll let you continue watching me make the second snowflake. And so now to finish this nail, I'm taking my dotting tool and just creating some very small dots all around those snowflakes. And I'm going to go in one more time with that glitter, pour over, and then I'm going to give that a 30-second cure on this one as well. So these are the two designs I've done, and every finger is going to be the same. So it'll be one with the lines, one with the snowflakes. So I did that off camera, and I'll be back with the final look. And here is the final look. Y'all, this was one of my favorites from this week. I mean, it's just so nice on that blue. It went so well. Definitely screaming Christmas vibes all day. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this set. And if you've made it this far, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. I hope to see you tomorrow for my next one. And remember to be the best you that you can be. And much love to you all.